Pandas, 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 pandas. I got bras in Atlanta, Tucson, dope, lean, and Fanta. Pandas! Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. You could truly be anywhere in the world, but you're finding yourself here. Make sure you fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think it's going to be. Currently very choppy. We did break yesterday's high in the overnight session, but only by 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points here. And, I mean, let me tell you. Let me just tell you. The daily chart right now. We definitely need follow through if you want to enter long here, and right now there's no follow through. The daily chart is showing a bounce off of this buy zone here, but the problem is that we need follow through if you want to go long. I mean, we could end up eventually forming some sort of two-legged pullback back to 20 MA here. The problem is that when you're bouncing off a buy zone and also creating a two-legged pullback, sometimes they can trap you, so could be very tricky. Plus, it's also an H4 setup off of this buy zone. I'm just, it's just a little tricky, let's just say. But today, we're gonna have to focus just on the price. I'm not sure if the higher time frames are gonna really tell us much, but can you believe it? It's already Thursday. It's already Thursday, and the trading weeks are almost over. It feels like we just started, and but pandas, time to be vigilant. Market's about to open. 30 seconds. Let's get that bamboo. I mean, it looks like a downtrend right now. What can I say? It just looks like a downtrend right now. I don't have much to say other than that. Oh, people are wondering if you should market just open. People are wondering if you should roll over. I can keep an eye on our I don't think people are gonna roll over yet. But there is a good way to find out. If you guys don't know, Ninja Trader has a market analyzer, and in the market analyzer you can add your instruments, and you could add the current expiration and also the next expiration. Right now the daily volume is way bigger on the 922, so people may start rolling over tomorrow or possibly on Monday. So right now the 922 has way more volume, so we're just stick with 922 today. $10,000 tick. Possibly buy zone here. Super choppy. I'm not going short here because you have all this chop here, so you just don't know when this is going to actually finally break down. This could have gone along sideways for a long time. Let's try to draw a channel here, capture some of this price action. I'm just using these two swings. Alex asks, how do you move the chart around? You just hold control and then you can click and drag. Mindful Jazzy says, thanks for the tip. Yep. Hope it's helpful. James Crow says, having a hard time getting the trade copier up and running. It wasn't too, I don't think I ran into any issues. Maybe it's a little weird because you have to do like the installation, like the multiple installations. We are in an obvious downtrend at the moment. But if we were to have a trend line, we did break it here. No moving average gap. Pans, make sure you guys scalp that like button. It's the first entry short here. We could get a second entry short. I wouldn't mind taking it. I'm going to put a pull up if we do get the second pullback here. Never get that second pullback. We want this A, B, C. Ooh. Micro triple top here. Micro quad top? No way. Micro quad top right now forming. That could be enough for people to go short here. Also could mean that it's getting choppy. Let's see. We still haven't got a second entry short. All right, there it is. I put a pull up. Would you take a second entry short here? Terrible signal bar at the moment. A, B. I would like it to pop up a little bit here. Give me a little more room. This risk is about 1, 2, 3, almost 4-point risk. Bar doesn't look big, but it's a 4-point risk here. Doji bar off the 20 EMA. Strong bull bar ending on its high. You're not really thinking second entry short now, but you are thinking we are in a downtrend. So a little difficult here. Could be going into a trading range at the moment. Is a second entry short. I don't like how it's above the 20 MA. I don't like the look of how strong this bull bar is. I don't like the look of this signal bar. It is bearish, but I don't like that wick underneath it. Definitely don't like it now with this bull bar ending near its high. Right, this is the signal bar now. We could be going to a trading range as shown here through the trading range indicator. We do break below. We do create that second entry short. Second entry short. I don't like the fact that we didn't come and hit the top of the trading range here. It's a risky one. I'm obviously not in it. I'm just gonna watch this one. I don't like the setup here. Getting sideways choppy. Almost want to do a failed breakout of this trading range and come back into it if I can. Trap does trigger. Trap trade triggers, but currently failing. Disappointing for the bulls, right? You don't want to see this happen if you enter the trap. You're still green though. Do I like the trading the opposite of this trap? I like it to actually touch this. Now we're getting a ledge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits all in one spot. 6 hits at 39.50. Just absolutely insane. 6 hits all in one spot. It's a lower high second entry short. Do I like the lower high second entry short? It still looks sideways to choppy to me. I think we have a ledge here. Created early this morning. 6 hits. 7 hits all in one spot. Does break through it. Eventually breaks through it. To me, it feels like a failed breakout. But the signal bar is huge. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 5 point risk here. If you're gonna take that short, good signal bar, but large risk. Could have came with a retracement if you liked it. Maybe that's what some people did. 50% retracement on this bar. They entered in retracement. Ends up working out as a failed breakout, coming back to the bottom trading range. This is what I thought was going to happen, but the risk was too large for me to enter there. I wasn't thinking about retracement. I could have entered retracement if I liked that premise, but I wasn't thinking that far ahead, let's just say. I wasn't anticipating it for the retracement to be that deep. So even though I saw a strong move up, we do have 7 hits in one spot here. This is what we'll call a ledge. So the 39.50 price level is important and shown through the price action, which means that if we go far away from it, either way, traders tend to trade coming back to it. So if we come down here maybe 10 points, traders will come back to it. Could convert this into a trading range type day centered around this ledge. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the day if we end up near here. I've seen ledges, very powerful. They last for, they're very strong magnets. Big move up here. Strong move up. Surprise bar, follow through. Right above all of the resistance here. Follow through again, always in long. That's what we can see through the price action. Even though we see a super strong move up like this, I see this as a ledge here. And this ledge, you typically don't trade too far away from it. We did have a similar ledge yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits all in one spot right here. And so I marked it. We happened to break through it already. So I'm no longer interested in this ledge. But this ledge here, definitely 7 hits all in one spot. You got to pay attention to that. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to it just with this two-leggy here. I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't bank on it. A, B, C. Big push up though. Right, small pullback, bull trend. There's no way you're shorting anything in here right now, in my opinion. Also, 5-minute chart could be trying to fill the gap from the open. So the 5-minute chart, I trade only regular trading hours. And so from the open to yesterday's close, there's a big gap. It might be trying to fill it. It's hard to go short anywhere here. I'm not going short here. But we are getting far away from the ledge, which it means that the gravitational pull can bring it back down. But on a small pullback bull trend, you can't go short here. Now we're starting to go a little sideways, so always in longs are probably no longer always in long. Trap does trigger. Trap triggers but fails. Could create a two-legged pullback if you want to go long here. A, B. I guess it's a hidden second entry long. Surprise bar on the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart, strong bull bar ending on its high. This could dictate the tempo for the rest of the day, or we can be setting up for a opening reversal. In my opinion, once it starts to go sideways like this, people are no longer always in long. We're also coming off the 240 SMA. This is obviously a bull trend right now, but no entries for us. But also, I'm not gonna forget this ledge today. This ledge is gonna be like just singed into my mind for the rest of the day. I think we're gonna keep coming back to it. Unless we go so far away from it, then no longer interested. Late said he's on 12-12. Don't be on 12-12. The volume is abysmal on 12-12 right now. The volume on 922 is still, it's about 5 times more. 5 times more. Switch it over when the volumes catch up. Surprise bar on a 5-minute, but no follow through. You need to have follow through here. We can cheese this. And cheese it to fit here. Someone mentioned that there is a trend line from the overnight price action. If we get a second entry long here, would you take it? A, B, C. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, second entry long. Setting up off the 20 MA. Would you take this trade? Second entry long. It's a little ugly. The first leg is just so long. It does finally trigger the second entry long, but the signal bar is terrible. It's a higher low second entry long. It does work out for you, but that's really ugly. That is really ugly. So that's the second entry long, but that is a weird looking setup. A terrible signal, like a really bad signal bar, one of the worst you can think of. Something interesting does happen on the 10,000 tick chart. Trap triggers here. Failed second entry short, bouncing off the 20 MA. Potential trap on the 2000 tick, but to me this looks more like a, you know, some sort of It looks more like here. Break a trend. It's a new high. Five-minute testing the 20 EMA. Doesn't quite hit it. Actually misses it. I already reloaded my data. Is my charts off, pandas? I reloaded my data already. A little bit different. All right. I'll reload one more time. No harm done. I don't think I'll take a second entry long here. We already broke trend. Could be creating some sort of spike in channel here. Something like this. It's a second entry long, but it's far away from 20 May. Ends up, boom, wow, trapping you. So anyone who took that second entry long just got trapped. Creating a wedge on the 10K chart. It's a micro wedge. 3 hits. I mean, it looks bullish, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I mean, this is a weird second entry long. This is a second entry long, similar to this one, but actually better signal bar here. But that traps you, fails, stops you out. I'm probably most curious about this gap that's forming here. Small gap. Makes it feel like it's still bullish. Five-minute finally touches the 20 MA. 10,000 tick chart. I mean, strong push up like this. The 5 minutes, seriously, they may still be always in long, but I'm still thinking about this ledge here. I mean, if you get 7 hits in one spot, I mean, I'm paying attention to that. Got a second entry long here on this uptrend. I'm just not interested because we're on top of a wedge here. It could work out, but the fact that this already failed and we have this wedge, I'm not interested in the second entry long. We're clearly above the 20 MA. Good signal bar as well. It's getting a little confusing for me. But the 20 MA is still acting clearly as a support right now. Nice signal bar off of it. you get kind of a nice follow through, strong bull bar, ending near its high. I'm skipping. I already skipped it, so I'm not interested in this trade. It does go up. It's a second entry long, but to me, it's starting to be at a certain point where it's like looking like a triangle, and to me, these things get a little confusing. It does finally break out to the upside, but that's a second entry long, higher low second entry long. A, B, C. It's probably the best setup so far, but to me, the fact that this failed, reverse wedge being created here, I didn't like it. We're coming back to the previous day's close. On the 5-minute chart, we're trying to hit the close as well. 5-minute chart. This has all been one leg up this entire time. Tried to close the gap here. We bounced right off the previous day's close. Bounce off the previous day's close very, very convincingly. This could be a reversal here, opening reversal. Just wanted to touch the previous day's close. It's hard to say because a 5-minute still hasn't filled the gap. It does come up, hits it, and bounces very strong off of it. I'm not looking to go long here after a big bounce like this. Very strong move off. When resistances act as resistance, I tend to not trade against it. I try to trade with it. When resistance acts as a resistance, I try to trade with it. It's a lower high second entry short. Big risk if you're gonna take this. Big risk if you took that. You just got stopped out immediately. Currently, it's a hidden second entry long. Hidden second entry long. Now it's an actual second entry long. We're bouncing off this trend line. So we're bouncing off this resistance, but also bouncing off our trend line now. So I probably can't go short right into this trend line, knowing this trend line's right here. Even though the setup to me right now looks bearish, like to me it makes sense to go short here, but we're starting to get choppy here. We're right on our trend line. It's hard for me to take this short trade, even though I have my bias right now is to go short because we bounced so clearly off of the previous day's close. But because we're at a support level, you know, who knows? It can act as support. We still have the ledge down here. This blue line is a ledge, and we can easily come back to it. Completely choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars like completely overlapping each other. Just sitting on my pause. We have one decent setup here, but even this decent setup's coming off a wedge. It's a little tricky for me. Just gonna sit on my pause until this consolidation is done. It's a limit order market. Once I recognize limit order market, I just start sitting on my pause. The quicker you can recognize limit order markets, the quicker you can save yourselves from getting chopped up. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Whew. getting choppy. We're kind of breaking out of the limit order market a little bit here. And this is why you don't go short. Even on this trap, you don't go short because of the trend line. You saved yourself from a loss right there. If you're paying attention to this trend line here. I feel like there's unfinished business on the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart has been always in long since the beginning, right? Every trader, institutions have been buying long at the close of every bar. And you can tell because there's no break of a previous bar's low. So people are always in long making money. Got a trap that fails here. Big push down. Strong bear bar. Ooh. Surprise bar. Most likely follow through, but we gotta wait for that follow through. The 5-minute. I was thinking it was gonna try to close that gap from yesterday's close, but who knows? With a strong bear bar like this, where I couldn't even get back to the close. Double top's a lower high double top. I'm bearish, maybe because I'm a bear, but this looks bearish to me now. Huh. I want to put this poll up again. And you guys tell me what kind of day you think it might be today now. After after the first 5 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once you see this price action, what kind of day do you think it's going to be now? This is the 5-minute chart. Now that we have some price action. Trap trade, outside bar reversal. Don't forget this ledge. I may take this trap, but I need to not be an outside bar reversal. That's ugly. It's ugly. Can't take it. Right, you're basically creating a trading range now. OII pattern. Oh, IOO pattern. Trap does trigger, so it's an ugly setup. Very ugly setup for a trap. I like the downward premise, but I don't like the setup. There's something nice to know about spiking channels. Spiking channels, when they look like this, these are bearish. This is a bearish pattern here. Spiking channels are reversal patterns. Basically creating these ledges, or basically creating a ascending triangle channel, whatever it is. But typically, it's like the flag of a bear flag, right? Even though the original move was up, but this pattern here is bearish. I wanted to go short here, but I could not find a good setup. That's an ugly looking setup. Ends up working out with a bunch of wicks beneath it, so it just looks ugly. But one thing what you should know is on spiking channels, typically what happens is that the channel typically breaks and you test the bottom of the channel. The bottom of the channel is right here, and oftentimes you come back to this spot, and you know, this is where the some traders will take advantage of the fact we're back down here and they want to re-enter, and then it becomes a big trading range. Right, bulls may be waiting. It could be a big trading range, or if the bears overpower the bulls, then we actually have reversal. I still have this ledge down here that I am mindful of, and I'm pretty. I mean, there is a chance that we come back down to it. I just wouldn't be surprised if we did. It's unfortunate there's no setups to it, so. Uriel writes me a formal letter saying, "Dear Panda, are we at the new contract? Do you know the symbol or same one? Thanks." I'm still trading the 922 because the volume. If you guys don't know, here's a quick tip. If you're using NinjaTrader, you can go to the control panel or whatever, the control center, command center, and go to new. And there's a thing called Market Analyzer. In the Market Analyzer, you can add instruments, add the current contract, also add the next contract. I believe it only will be available if you have accessed it. I'm not sure if you can just add a contract without. Oh, you can search it, I guess. But actually, let me see what that search does. Search. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So the search does nothing. We got a second entry short here. Hoo-wee! I don't like this strong bull bar though. Going straight to 20 May. Got a second entry short here on a downtrend. Big push up. Anyways, so you can add the instruments on the Market Analyzer, and then you can add a column. Make sure you add the column daily volume. It might be hard to find because you might be looking for volume, but you gotta look for the column daily volume. And once you add that, you can see how much volume is on each contract being traded. Once the next contract the volume surpasses the current contract, then you can switch over. But in my opinion, even if it's not surpassed it, sometimes it might be better to take it if you see that it's accelerating quicker than the current contract. So inside bar, that means breakout mode. A big surprise, basically have an H4 setup, 4 pushes down, and then reversal. But even with 4 pushes down reversal, you need to find a setup for it, and we got none. If we had a failed second entry short here, perhaps we can go long here. It looks like the 5-minute wants to get back to the closest gap here. Big, right? Just a big pullback, but still. No follow through reverses immediately. There's no follow through really, other than this big bar has some follow through. No other bars have really follow through. Maybe second entry, fail second entry short here. Bouncing off our trend line currently. Alex asks, how do you add them? Go to a chart and plug it in somewhere. Usually the top left of a chart, you can just plug it in. You can just type it in, ES space 12-22. If you type that in, type it in the chat here. If you type that in, literally inside the top left corner, you can just type it in there, and it'll show up. And then once you have access to, once you've try to access that chart, it will appear as an instrument you can select. We do have a decent long setup here, but I don't like the fact that we bounced off this trend line here. Not enough room to it. But a nice move up. It's basically a fail second just short here. You're disappointed at the follow through of that. Almost want to go short here now. Could be a second entry long forming here. A, B, C. Decent signal bar. 1, 2, 3 points of risk. I'll take it. I want a retracement. The risk was too large. I wanted a retracement here. Okay. The risk was about 1, 2, 3, basically 4-point risk. 4-point risk here. Ends up working out for you, but I wanted a retracement here. Good signal bar. Second entry long. That's all that was. A, B, C. Right, coming off a big move up. Could be measure move right here. So that's a good setup. I like that setup a lot. I wanted a retracement though. That's the best setup so far today. Again, not super easy because you do have this trend line here actually blocking you. But you have this undershoot leading to a possible overshoot. There's not much follow through after that, but that does give you a nice scalp. Getting confusing, getting a little choppy. Right? Up, up, down. Trading range indicator recognizing this chop here. Hard for me to go short there, to be honest. Ends up being a nice move down. Let's see if there's follow through on the strong bear bar. Pause bar. Ends up being a failed breakdown. Comes back up. Right, trading range indicator still marking this trading range for us. This is why you always have to wait for follow through. Hard for me to go short here. Such a strong move back up. It looks like we're starting to enter trading range. It looks like trading range price action to me. The fact that we're continuing to go down, up, back into this range here. Come back up here.
5-minute trap.
Two-legged pullback forming on the 5-minute chart. It's a Pikachu trade. A, B, C, 2 pushes up. Back to 20 MA. All too confusing for me. I'm still flat. I tried to enter this trade with a retracement. Didn't go deep enough for me. Pandas, as we wait for this market to do something, good news, Apex has extended the BBM 80 coupon till next Tuesday, September 13th. So you have more time to snag more 80% off evals. I mean, the 80% off, it's virtually free in my opinion. Virtually free. 1, 2, 3 hits here. Coming up finally, making a move. It's just like so confusing. You know, trading range indicator doing its job. Coming back up to the previous day's close, which exactly where we bounced off of last time. It looks like we have a little more momentum here now. Basically pull back, getting a little more momentum to break through here. And we're finally probably going to fill the gap on this 5-minute chart. It's about 1 point away to filling the gap. Gap's still not filled. Previous resistance may act as support now. We are bouncing on the top of this wick. Is a measure move, has it been hit? Measure move has been hit here. Finally, the gap has been closed on the 5-minute. Notice that ever since this big bull bar, basically 50% retracement on the big bull bar, we have a gap here on the 5-minute chart. That means literally if you're a bull, right, always in long bull or just buy the close bull, you have been making money this entire time. Right? You buy the close here, you make money. Buy the close here, you made money. Buy the close here, you made money. Buy the close here, you made money. Buy the close even on the strong bear bar, you have made money. So by the close, you can tell by the price action that the 5-minute traders are making money every time they buy the close. So you can see that we're still bullish here on the 5-minute. Approaching the previous day's high. Four pushes up. So now you're at a place where the ledge doesn't seem important because we're so far away from it at this point. I'm not really thinking about that ledge anymore. If we get a second entry long off the 20 EMA here, would you be willing to go long? A, B, C. Parent uptrend.
$10,000 tick trap.
Potential second entry long here. It's a hidden second entry short currently. Sorry, hidden second entry long currently. Second entry long beneath the 20 EMA. 20 EMA curling downwards now. Would you take a long trade here if you get a good signal bar? Signal bar looking like doo-doo. This is a big doo-doo. Ugly setup right now on the 2K chart. No setup here. Not interested underneath the 20 May. You can still go long if you're really eager to, but not I. Second entry short triggering on the 5-minute. Finally, we have a second entry short on the 5-minute chart. Fail second entry long here. It's getting choppy. It's getting choppy. I don't like how choppy it is. It is a fail second entry short though. Or sorry, fail second entry long. Underneath the 20 MA. A, B, C. Right, second entry long. Fails. Goes the other way. Do I like the trap setup? Not really. Not really. I don't like it, but I might take it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4-point risk on this trade. I just don't like the higher time frames. We're above the 20 MA in the higher time frames. There's just not enough room to it. I think the 20 EMA can act as resistance here. Sorry, as support on the higher time frames. It's hard for me to take this trap. Even though it could be a potential big move, I will skip it, unfortunately. It's a nice looking setup, but the higher time frames, they're suggesting still we're in an uptrend. And we're above the 20 MA in the higher time frames. It's hard for me to just go short here. It's hard for me to go long as well, but if this trap fails, I'll be more enticed to go long. All right, no setup for us anyways. It's starting to go back above the 20 MA. Absolutely incredible. The 5-minute chart may trigger a trap on the 5-minute. $10,000 tick chart may trigger a trap as well. Trap triggers on the 10,000 tick chart. No idea what's happening here. I mean, it looks like we're in an uptrend, but broke new high. Potential trap trade, but look at this price action. It's just so choppy. It's looking like it's starting to want to enter a trading range of some sort.
Five-minute trap.
Trap triggers on the 2000 tick chart. There's a trap forming on the 5-minute chart if we break this high here. The 5-minute chart here, it looks like a potential strong move up here if this trap triggers. I just don't like the price action on 2000 tick chart. It looks very ugly. It's a higher low second entry long. Starts to look like a limit order market on the 5-minute chart. Confusing. Don't know. Looks like a limit order market here. You can see all the wicks here, right? This doesn't happen with stop order market. This price action only happens with limit order markets. Trap triggers on the 5-minute chart. Trap triggers 5-minute chart above the 20 MA. Could be a strong move up. You know, always in long. Traders are still making money. It's an ugly looking setup on this time frame. Very ugly. It's a second entry long, but it's one of the ugliest. A, B, C. Big red bar. I have no idea what's happening here. Hard to trade. Potential long trade here. Potential. So fail second entry short. Huge risk. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 points risk here. If you take that trade. Strong bull bar. Any near its high. A big risk. Still flat, no trades for me. There hasn't been a trade yet today where I'm like, ooh, I really like that. Other than this one, I was actually trying to get into this trade, but couldn't get the retracement that I wanted. So, like I mentioned, pandas, on the 5-minute, you had the 20 MA blocking you. This time right here around 10:30 is exactly where we start to see a trap starting to form around here around 10:30. I didn't take the trap because I felt like there was not enough room back on the higher time frames to 20 MA, and this is kind of why I didn't want to take the trap. But the 5-minute is like slowly just grinding up, and the bulls are having a good day. Like they're not worried at all. They're just continuing to buy the close. They're making new highs now of the day, reaching the previous day's high, which would mean on a daily possible follow through on this strong bull bar ending on its high on the daily chart. See if traders made a one-to-one here. Traders still haven't made a one-to-one risk reward on this trade. This could be a break a trend to new high here. I just feel like this is very bullish, so I don't know if I can go short anywhere here. But we are approaching the previous day's high. Connect as resistance. And we are about to break through it. Broke through it now. Breaking the previous day's high. Just a strong bull trend day today. Something that you can notice that would give us some information is the 5-minute chart comes. You see this breakout bar on the 5-minute chart? Draw a line on that signal bar. You see where we retest it. We retest the top of that signal bar, bouncing off of it, which is a nice indication that we may be going up even higher. But for me, I'm just sitting on my pause. No setups. The 5-minute chart, people are still always in long. And they have no reason not to think so. 5-minute chart, if you just literally buy anything here, you would have made money. 10,000 tick. Second entry long, higher low second entry long on the 10,000 tick chart. With a trap as well. Ends up being a nice move up here. 10,000 tick. But the 2,000 is doo-doo. No setups. You can enter first entries here if you want, if you're eager to enter long here. I'm looking for two-leggy here. Not much going on for me. I'm obviously flat still. This is a hidden second entry long here. A, B, C. It just triggered a hidden second entry long. Hidden second entry long makes a scalp. Unfortunately, didn't give us the setup we wanted. It's a hidden second entry long. You can see by the price action, it goes A, B, outside bar reversal, C, second entry long. But it didn't give us a technical second entry long. You gotta wait for the candle to finish and break the previous candle's low. Unfortunately, that was a setup, second entry long, a hidden second entry long. Four pushes up. L4 setup. What a day. No real good setups in my opinion, other than maybe this one. All of this doesn't look good. Huge risk here, can't take that. hidden second entry long, which is a second entry long I was looking for, but was hidden, so didn't want to enter there. I think that's gonna wrap it up for me today. Pandas, I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. Make sure you guys use the coupon BBM80 while it lasts. They did extend it till next Tuesday, so that's 9/13. So make sure you take advantage of it as long as it lasts. And that being said, Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early. 9 o'clock for the pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.